Hi, God bless you. My name is Clovis Asobi. I'm so happy to have you. Welcome to Atmosphere of Prayer, Word and Prophecy. If you are coming for your first time or you're seeing this video, God bless you. Thank you. Please consider subscribing for amazing tips that will bless you. Today, those of you that are subscribing, I don't forget you. God bless you always for staying here all through. I have this 10 plus very important habits that you must cut off before you enter 2022. 10 plus habit. Today, maybe I'm going to give 10 or less, but this habit are common habits that I've been able to observe in the church. I've been able to observe among Christians. I've been able to observe as a pastor people that are very common. And if you need to enjoy the next year, these are common habits that you must decide deliberately. Pray them out of your life, disconnect, put discipline in yourself, and see how you can go. Okay, let's go. Number one, the first common habit that you must decide is going late to church, to any event, to any place. You see, the habit of going late somewhere is a very bad habit. When you go late, it's a bad habit. Let's not talk about any other thing. Going late for an event they invite you is a bad character. It portrays lack of discipline. It portrays someone that is not focused. It portrays someone that really doesn't value other things. Time is very important, and except other reasons that you can't explain, but you should try your best as much as you can not to be late in event. Now, let's not talk about being late in church. Being late in church is the highest disrespect you are giving to God. Imagine you have set a time that 9 a.m. is service time, 8 o'clock is service time, 7 o'clock is service time, and then you are coming at 2 hours after. 8 o'clock is 7 time, you're coming at 10 o'clock. It means the angels of the Lord have been in that church for 8 a.m. till 10, 2 hours. God is waiting for you. Who created who? Is it God that created you or you created God? I don't get it. You see, so that's the worst mistake. That is, it's a sinful way. When you go late to church, you disrespect God, you disrespect the system of the church, you disrespect the institution of the church, you disrespect your leadership, you disrespect yourself. You don't have integrity before the Lord. Time keeping before God is very important. If everybody goes, and you know one thing, people that go late to church wants to leave church early. That is the amazing thing that happens. That's very common. Somebody comes to church at 9 o'clock. That means service begins at 9 and it's supposed to close at 11. And then people come to church at 10 o'clock and they want to go at 11 when they have burned 1 hour away doing nothing. What could be the reason that is making you to go late to church? Is it your dress? Is it what could be the reason that is making you to go late to events? Is it your wife that is making you to go late? Is it your husband? What are some of the main things that causes you to go late to a program? So maybe they invite you somewhere. Maybe you have to attend a wedding. Something. You always go late. Is it because the people there don't start on time? Is it because the people that don't start on time, or what? What could really be the problem? What is it? Analyze it. Deal with that habit. The habit of going late to any event is not good at all. So that's the first one. Going late to an event. The second common habit you must decide to let go this year is manipulating your phone in the house of the Lord. Listen, whether in the church, whether somewhere, if you are talking to a senior person, an elderly person that is older than you, you must learn the fact that you have to give respect to that person. You can't be talking to a friend and then you can't be talking to your senior and you're like, yes sir, okay, it's too poor, it's too disrespectful. There was a time like that. I was working with my spiritual father, and we hosted somebody in the church, and someone sent me a message that was quite urgent for me to just send something like, yes, take this thing here. And when I wrote that, my spiritual father saw it like, you should never do that again. How can you come with me in a place and I'm talking to somebody and you're on your phone? I learned my greatest lesson from there. You can't manipulate your phone before those higher authority over you. You see, people go for appointment on visa. People go on visa appointment on time. People go to erect exams on time. Only the things of God that people take casual. If you take the things of God casual, you don't have the fear of God. There are certain dimensions of God you will never see. There are certain breakthroughs you will never see. Very little things that sound so funny. These things can hinder your breakthrough. So, Deal with the act of manipulating phones in church. There are people that are in church that the pastor is teaching and they are manipulating their phone and they are chatting somebody and they are taking a selfie and then they send it to someone. Like, yeah, I'm in church. Someone even picks the phone and receive a call. Yeah, I'm in church right now. I'm in church. I'll call you later. That is the highest level of disrespect. How can you pick your call before the presence of God, the one that gave you life? You can't worship. Maximum service is 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. You have the whole day for yourself. What is wrong with you putting your phone on silent? If you have an emergency call or you have a very relevant call you're waiting for, why can't you just set an alarm that this time I'm waiting for this call, and then once it's almost time, you go out and you receive your call, maybe use the restroom or anything, and then you come back to the church and you sit. But you can't be. The worst is when the pastor is preaching. You see, people say they are taking notes through their phone. I don't advise you to take notes through your phone. If you want to take notes with something, buy an iPad and take your notes there. This habit of I'm taking notes on my phone, you can't concentrate taking notes through your phone and then you don't look at the messages, especially if you have data or you're connected to Wi-Fi. You see, it's bad habit. Sometimes I have to turn off the Wi-Fi of the church if I'm not using it for live service so that people could concentrate. This generation, we are getting worse. So if you have that attitude, one of the bad habits you should delete before crossing over is the habit of communicating in the church. Turn off your phone. It's 2-hour service. You can go back to it. Put it on fly mode and then you can take note. Why not buy a notebook? I have a pile of notebooks here. Not just give me one. Thank you. I'm in my office. I'm going to show you all of these notebooks. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of this 11. There are still many that are down here. These ones down here, they are complete. All of these, I bought these books differently for different purposes. Each and every one of them have notes. I make notes to teach. I make notes to impact people. And so, why can't you take notes that you keep? I have notes my spiritual father taught me 5 years ago with me, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. They are with me. I keep them. I read them back when I feel like I need to go back and grab something. But you should buy a notebook. So stop saying that we are in a generation where something, please let me keep this. We are in a generation where this have changed, this have not changed. No. If you can't buy a notebook, buy a good iPad, then make sure you copy the stuff, save it on your drive. The reason why I have these books is because I can go back and check notes there that will help me. So these are 2. On the next video, write down, you're going to continue to see. This is a whole series that I wrote down. 10 plus things you need to cut off. Bad habit. Number 1, late coming to church or any event. Number 2, manipulating your phone in the presence of the Lord or in the presence of any senior authority. It's a bad habit. Shalom. I hope this inspires you and I hope you're changing. If you are a victim of any of them, if you are coming to church late or you like to manipulate your phone in the house of God, let me hear you at the comment section. It's time for deliverance. Your time has come. Shalom.